The United Nations Security Council has delayed the vote on resolution calling for more humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip. The resolution also called for a suspension in fighting, but it was delayed for the third time this week. US President Joe Biden has said that US's support for the resolution still remains unresolved. Now, this delay comes as another sign of the US hesitancy regarding a resolution that could be interpreted as a rebuke of Israel's continuing military campaign in Gaza. The resolution also calls for a future two-state solution in which Gaza and the West Bank is unified. Brian Thomas is joining us for more details on this story. Brian, what explains this delay in the vote?
Uday, the UNSC delayed this very vote on a resolution calling for more humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip, and this resolution was also, was called for a suspension in fighting, was delayed for this. This is the third time that happened this week, as even President Joe Biden has said that the U.S. support for the resolution is still unresolved, which is happening in a very obvious situation. And this delay also comes as another sign of the U.S. being very hesitant regarding the resolution that could be interpreted as a rebuke of Israel's continuing military campaign in Gaza. And the vote was, which was originally scheduled for early this week, it has been again delayed until Thursday, and the delay on Wednesday also came after days of intense negotiation that was happening, and this is the third time that it has been delayed. And even what we are getting to know from the diplomatic sources also, that the key issues with the draft that remain in negotiations are the cessation of hostilities language and the call for the UN to establish a monitoring mechanism in the Gaza Strip with the necessary personnel and equipment under the authority of the very United Nations Secretary General. And even the draft resolution has calls for a halt to hostilities to allow unhindered humanitarian access into Gaza, and it even calls for the immediate and even unconditional release of all hostages in Gaza and access to address the medical needs of the hostages. And this resolution also, calls for a future two-state solution in which Gaza and even the West Bank are unified under the Palestinian Authority, and also spells out deep concern for the dire and rapidly deteriorating humanitarian situation in Gaza and its grave impact which is happening on the civilian population. Yes, Uday.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.